how do we prepare for Ramadan now that it is upon us? There are spiritual practices and practical practices. From the spiritual practices, the best thing that we can do is to pray the Tawbah prayer. Ideally to take a ghusl before, to take a shower or bath before. It doesn't have to be that long. And to do the 2 rakahs, after which we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us for all of our sins. And that kind of wipes the slate clean. We acknowledge our deficiencies and we acknowledge our sin. We seek refuge in Allah ta'ala from those sins, and then we greet this month with the slate clean so that we can receive. It's very difficult to receive the spiritual gifts if, the connection is clogged with the sin. That's a great practice. Another small practice, it's not small and it's easier to do, but it's time sensitive, is that there is a tradition that the first night of Ramadan, so if tomorrow is the first day of fasting, the night before, once Maghrib comes in, to read Surah Al-Fath, Inna fatahna laka fathan mubina. And that is a practice, there is a tradition narrated to that. So that's also something that we can do. From the practical point of view, I think we have to think about food and sleep. We have to think about what are we eating now that agitates, makes us thirsty, makes us hungry, gives us headaches or something like that, so that we can recalibrate when we eat and how we eat and what we eat, because obviously that's going to be the main thing in fasting, especially the first 4, 5, 6 days. We want to make sure that we hit the ground running. And then sleep. We have to start thinking about, well, when am I going to sleep? When is suhoor? When is the imsak? So you got to just think about those things. Look at the prayer calendar in your local mosque or wherever you are, and look at when the Fajr times, starts. Think realistically, how many minutes do I have to wake up before that so I can get out of bed, make myself something to eat? What am I going to eat at suhoor? Don't eat foods that are going to make you thirsty, but eat foods that are going to satiate you and not make you thirsty, things like that. So thinking about food and sleep, starting now, putting together a little plan, inshallah, you hit the ground running.